In just less than 10 minutes time, you'll see Klarna ring the opening bell to celebrate its IPO here on the New York Stock Exchange. And according to our next guest, as we hear those audible cheers behind us as it makes its way to the bell podium, 2025 is shaping up to be the best year for deals when it comes to IPOs since 2021. Jim Neeson, managing partner at Klarna Group, joins me now in studio with more. Jim, welcome.
Thank you, Kristen. Good morning.
Great to see you. We got a lot of pink down here on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange today and a lot to celebrate. What can you tell us about this deal and what it signals about the IPO market?
Yeah, I think this is a highly anticipated deal. It's the largest VC-backed deal coming out of Europe, but it's one that people have really been looking at as a bellwether for both fintech and larger deals that are north of $10 billion in valuation. There's a lot to like about this company. It's a growth story. 111 million customers, 20% growth rate, path to profitability. But I think it's a part of an IPO class, 11 IPOs this week. 6 of them are big IPOs. It's actually the largest big IPO week in over 4 years.
Wow, and I saw at its price point last night, priced at $40 a share, above the range, valued at $15 billion. Of course, we'll see how the appetite is here. Pre-market stocks are open, higher. They're fractionally higher, we should say, in extended trading after the S&P closed at a record. So a lot to watch. I know that we discussed earlier this year being the best year for IPOs since 2021. What more can you share?
Yeah, so we've had 232 IPOs this year. It's actually an 83% increase from this exact point in time last year. And what's great about it is these are deals that are actually over 60% of them are pricing above their initial IPO trading price. The other piece of it is there's a huge pipeline right behind these deals. There's 1,051 private company unicorns in the U.S. And at Klarna Group, we see companies 12, 18 months before an IPO. We have 114 companies that are getting ready for the IPOs 25, 26, 27. It is a groundswell. Great 25 close, and 26 could be even better.
Yeah. What more do we know about Klarna specifically?
So I think for Klarna specifically, you look at those growth percentages, and that's a lot of what investors in the market look for. It also has that line of sight to profitability. It's a brand that people know and recognize, high customer loyalty. Looking at their SEC filing too, they have some great partnerships in the market. Walmart, Stripe, eBay. And so these type of stories resonate with people because, especially the retail investor, they want something that they know, they can trust, and they can grow with for the future.
How does the Klarna Group, which of course you are a very key part of, help companies like Klarna on their IPO journey?
Yeah, so we were born to take companies public. We came out of the Google IPO. We've done over 263 IPOs, Tesla, Uber, Spotify, Duolingo. And what we do is we get in there and we make sure that that plumbing, the accounting finance foundation is really strong. Not only to actually go public, but to operate as a public company, be in raise, forecasts, internal controls, all those type of things. Klarna is a great example. We started working with them a year before their transaction, and it's so exciting to see them here today.
It is exciting indeed for retail traders who might be watching this program right now. How are they able to access some of these deals?
Yeah, retail traders, this is a new world where retail traders are invited to the party for IPOs. Retail traders are over 20% of the trading volume on the exchanges, and the average age is about 33 of the retail trader. Post-COVID, people got a lot more technology enabled. They're empowered. They're not passive investors. They're active investors. But there are 3 big deals going out this week where retail traders are invited in all 3 of them to participate in not only the upside, but the long buy and hold and to help support the stock. What
do we know about what's in the pipeline for IPOs to come?
Yeah, there's a lot. I think if you look at the companies that are sort of on the radar for the rest of this year, you have a StubHub, you have a SeatGeek, you have a Cerebras, an Anderson Tax, a Stripe, a Grub Market. These are some big name companies. These are companies that are really in the gym and they've been getting ready for a long period of time. I kind of think of like they're seeds, and now there's these green shoots coming up. It's a really good harbinger for the markets ahead.
Look, there's so much to celebrate here, Jim, today at the New York Stock Exchange. I think there's some candy down there on the floor, too. Have you been able to take advantage of that?
I'm trying to sneak down there. Yeah, that's my next step after the interview.
Swedish fintech company. And, of course, we know more deals in the pipeline, as you mentioned here. So what else will today's celebration entail?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is how a company not only can go out and be public, but actually perform thereafter. I think for a lot of people, this has been so anticipated going into the marketplace. This will be sort of, I think about we've had 3 years of an IPO chill. Now we're actually seeing the cherry blossoms of the IPO spring.
Yeah.
That's what we've been looking for and talking about for a while.
I like that metaphor there. And the stock market at a record high, I'm sure that helps as well.
It is. Market all-time highs. We have a very strong economy, line of sight to Fed rate increases, tariff dust settling, lower volatility. Those are the ingredients that you want for not only an IPO market to go out, but to be sustained over time, and that's what we're all looking for.
What is the checkbox for companies going public in terms of, what they need to reach in order to know that this is the right moment for them?
Yeah, I think especially now, a lot of the bankers are looking for what I call the cream of the crop, right? They're looking for sort of not only revenue growth, but also strong earnings as well. So they're looking for much larger deals out there. But in the readiness, Jim, you have lots of companies that have great stories, and they're the more traditional IPOs, those are the ones getting ready. So it's software, SaaS, healthcare, B2B, B2C, in addition to the AI, crypto, and sort of security. So broad industries are all looking to go out there. That's a great sign.
Jim, great to have you on the show today. That's Jim Neeson. He's managing partner at the Klarna Group. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Kristen.
Enjoy some candy.
Exactly. I'll get it.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.